Thank you. Can you hear me now? All right. So that was kind of weird. Thanks, Dylan. Um, one problem with this mic is if you touch it in a certain spot, it turns red and mutes, and I didn't know that. So that's a shout out to Zach Seegers. It's always being muted. Great. So welcome in. I was going to wait until after the game, but since the game is kind of wrapped up, uh, and we've got I don't know, third and fourth and fifth stringers out there. I figured we'd just start now and get it out. Got some observations. I hope you've got yours too. So I'd love to hear your takes and what you thought of the game, what your your winners, your zeros, your heroes. A few that we'll get to here. 7 minutes left in the game, 22-16, and Saints are driving again. So we'll just kind of see what happens there. Again, thank you to Dylan Earl for pointing out that this stupid microphone wasn't working there for a minute. So it's working now. Overall, yeah, John, overall, I would say a little nervous at the beginning of the game. I said that before at the half that I'm a little tired of the slow starts. But that's definitely been the pattern for a while. We don't start seasons fast. We don't start games fast, and we need to start doing that. Of course, we started the Buffalo game fast and lost that in crazy fashion. So maybe fast starts isn't the key to everything. Look, a 52-yard kick is up and good. So that's going to bring it to 22-19. Game. It's a big game. All right, it's not a big game, but it's a big game. Big game for some people. Let's go over some of the winners and losers, zeros and heroes. In the first half, I'll recap for you. I thought PS2 played well. They had a pass breakup. I think a Bidet looked good. Had that great kickoff return. Should probably get my stats updated here. If you guys have them too. Feel free to add your winners for any part of the game. All right, so yeah, we had Coop with the sack, Singleton playing was nice to see. Court ended up with a nice game after that initial drop. Bo, of course, showed out there a little bit, 10 of 14, 110 yards in the touchdown. And I mean, Lucas Krull had a pretty good first half too. I had him on a stock up. Down on the first half was the run defense, the play calling, which of course it's preseason, so who cares? And let's see. Saints receivers kind of running wide open in that first half. I didn't like seeing that. And also the offensive run game in the first half. If you remember, there was a point where I think RJ Harvey had 3 rushes for 4 yards for 1.3 yard average. So I don't know what he ended up with that too. And so all these stats have updated since then, but the run game was pretty bad. Second half, starts off with another cornerback. Chris Abrams drain. KAD with a pass breakup. Real nice play. He actually had to, he got kind of beat off the line, but he's got some wheels, man. He had the speed to get right back and get in the guy's face and knock that ball out, which would have been a really nice catch. I think that kid can play. Let's put him on the 53, right? No, he didn't. He did not play. There was no Stidham today. So obviously Stidham is your starter. Joking, of course. Second half, Keydron Smith, number 43. He just looks lost out there this game. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. But he's on my zero. That interception, Ellinger interception, that was an ill-advised pass. Kind of getting hit when he threw it, but I did knock him for that. Although overall, I think he's played pretty well. 16 to 23, 137 yards so far, but that interception was pretty bad. Like he was trying to dump it off to Bidet there. He barely got a finger on it and kind of popped it up, and it was picked off. So can't have that. Silly mistake. Hugh Robinson. I've got him on both sides, the strip sack and the pass coverage on the bad side. I think I mentioned that. I don't know if the mic was hot when I mentioned it, um, but Day I've got good in the run and the pass, and that great blitz pickup earlier in the game. I hope you guys saw that. I had to come from Ellinger's left side, cross in front of him, and pick up the blitzer. That's what you want to see from a running back. It's what you call a 3-down running back move right there. Sean Payton sees that. He's going to trust that. So another zero Farmer. Is it Sam Farmer? I can't think of his first name. You'd think at covering the Broncos, I could remember if it's Sam. But Andrew Farmer. Sorry, Andrew Farmer. It's not Sam Farmer. It's Andrew. He looks slow, man, and he's not getting containment on the edge there. I mean, he's a bubble player, but he's somebody that you'd like to have seen some growth from, but it's not looking good. But we're real adept at the outside linebacker position. I think we'll be all right there, but I would like to have seen a little bit more out of Sam Farmer. He'll probably make the practice squad though. Pat Bryant looked pretty good today. He had the big catch right before Estime's touchdown. However, he kind of did that thing where you quit running and you catch the ball and then you just kind of fall to the ground. I'd like to have seen him reach out and catch that ball and keep running. I think he could have scored on that play. All right, 7 minutes left. We are 1st and 10 and driving. I don't feel the need to really live play-by-play for you. Now, was that Estime? Are we still showcasing? Yeah, the Estime showcase continues, folks. This is the Dulcich Okwuegbunam sort of play. We're going to try and shine up Estime and maybe Georgia get a 6th or 7th round pick for him. And did Blake Watson? Yeah, I see that, guys. There's a couple of you commenting about Blake Watson. I don't know if he got hurt or what happened there, but he did walk off. It's a nice little play there. Is that Jordan Jackson? No, that's not. Interesting. What do we got there? Carice Rowan, number 39, with a nice little catch out of the backfield. Never heard of him. 5'7", 187, running back out of Youngstown State. Here's Estime again. Nice run. He's running pretty strong today. I think he maybe knows. I wonder if he thinks he's running for the team or if he's running to showcase himself. We don't really know where he's at, do we? I do see some Estime comments in here. Cut Estime. Estime's gone. I don't know. I think he is too, but Watson, let's see what happens with Watson walking off the field. Let's see if he comes back. I'd like to see an update on that. You guys see an update on Watson, let me know. I would be interested to know that he's all right. He's going to go deep. Oh, throw. Oh, what a catch. Is that my guy? No, that was Jackson again. So it's between Jackson and Davis, I think, maybe for 6th wide receiver spot. If they keep 6, they could both go to the practice squad, but making a case for himself here. It's a nice catch. That's pretty exciting. All right, I don't see any updates on aided by medical personnel. We'll get an update on Watson here. You guys let me know in the comments if you see that. I think I'm getting comments from both Twitter and YouTube, so it looks like both of you guys are in here, so that's cool. I sent out, let me write this on my sources back here. should probably get. Let me send this link out to my guy here in case he wants to hop on and give his 2 cents. He's always worth it. We'll see if he's. You'll all know him if he comes on, of course. Silly. He's a silly goose. Well known in the Broncos sphere. All right, still marching down here. What do we got? What did I miss, guys? Don't know what I missed. I hate when you watch a game and it's the, especially in preseason, when it's the other team's coverage. Four minutes left. This game can't end soon enough. I hope Watson's okay. I really need an update on Watson, guys in the chat. Anybody? Yeah, I agree, John. No updates yet. He's definitely walking gingerly, though. Hope it's just a little ankle sprain or something. I think Watson's heading for the practice squad, right, guys? Is that anybody got him making the final 53? So there's my guy Davis in the game, 6'5", 4.3 speed. So I have Davis somehow making the. That was like my bold take that he would make the 53. And then when Valet got sent to the Saints, I thought it was really in play. But Jackson's making a push here, so they're both in the game now. Jackson looks like he's in tight, and Davis out wide to the right. And Jackson gets it again. He's going to take my guy out down to the 10. That's exciting. No, is that 39 kid again? It is. That's that Kyrese guy I've never heard of. Kyrese Rowan. Has anybody in here ever heard of him? Look at this guy. A little speedy. It's weird. There's a number 39. Split out. Wow, he took a shot there too. I'm gonna get down here and score. Let's make this a 30-point game. Score and go for 2. 3 minutes left. Let's all enjoy this together, shall we? Over his head. That was a bad pass by Ellender. That was out to Estime. Estime's not going to go up and get a ball like that. How are we feeling about that? What do we get? Estimate for a 5th rounder last year. He's turning 21. Gosh, that's not high hopes for that guy. You know what? Maybe he ends up on the practice squad. You know, I think only like 4 running backs have been picked up on waivers in the last few years. It's not very often. It's a nice move there. Gets him down to the 4 or the 3. Estimate again. This could be the showcase game, though, guys. You never know. George Payton knows how to get. If he could get a 5th, or a 6th for Estimate, I think he takes it in a second. Don't tell your kids I'm vaping. So we got a little over 100 of you watching. That's nice. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have subscribed to the Mic'd Up channel. We hit 1,000 in our first season last year, and the new season of Mic'd Up starts in a couple weeks with the Titans game with Zach Seegers and Ben from Sports Talk Denver on the first episode. Although I might do, I'm thinking about doing a season preview. I know everybody does them, but I thought it'd be cool to get a couple guys on. Maybe we'll get Mario and Joey on, or maybe the DMVR guys. Maybe we'll do RK was supposed to be on, but I had something that come up. So maybe we can get RK and somebody come on. We'll do a season preview next week. So I might do that. It's time to get things fired up. It's been a good summer. Those of you that know me know that we've got a golf course, a family golf course 10 miles from here. And we spend our summers, my wife works in there, runs the inside, and I spend a lot of time out there giving lessons and whatnot. So, but mostly just golfing and working on my tan. But it's time to get back to work here in the studio. So we've got a few new things up on the wall. I got to finish. Got my Elway, some team photos, Super Bowl team photo. I love the framed cover of the Denver Post from when we won our first Super Bowl. I just got that the other day when I was back at home in Colorado visiting the house. There it was in the closet. So now it's up on the wall. Ellinger running for his life. Oh my God. Throw it away. Crazy kid. He throws it into a crowd, and I think he got a touchdown. Is that Kyrie's Rowan kid again? It is. Oh my God. Number 39. What the hell is up with this kid? He's just a magnet for the ball. We got to go for 2 here. Just like we drew it up. Let's get a score change here, shall we? 28-19. That was a crazy play. I know you guys are watching this game. You don't need me to tell you, but that was funny. Can't post comments to some destinations. Okay. I don't need that information, but thank you, StreamYard. All right, going for 2. Let's go. Let's make it an even 30. You know, I predicted this like half a drive ago. He fakes it. Oh my God, he's gonna have to throw it away, Ellinger. You know, it's funny. That's why he's a third stringer. He's got some wheels. Like if you watch Ellinger play, is it Ellinger or Ellinger? He's got some wheels. He kind of looks the part, but it's the small things, like he stands tall in the pocket and then he kind of runs and zips around like Russell Wilson, showing the replay. He's running backwards, throws it into a crowd, and there just happens to be a guy standing there. And then so you'll say great play, but it was really a batshit crazy play. But good for him. That's hilarious. You wouldn't want that guy as your starter, but he's fun to watch in the preseason. I like how he gets in the guy's face after the touchdown too. All right, good deal. We didn't get the 2-point conversion, so you know, it's a win. Undefeated in the preseason. Are we too high on the Broncos? Are we too low? Are we right where we should be? That'd be a good question for you guys out there to answer for me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I see all these Super Bowl predictions and whatnot. It'd be great, but we're a long ways away from there. It's been a lot of years. I'm in the show me portion of my fandom. Although I will say I am more optimistic and excited than I've been in a long time, and I hope you guys are too. It's been a fun team. It's going to be a fun team to watch. They're going to be like the Cardiac Kids, I think. Jason says 12 wins, book it. I would love that, and that is certainly possible, Jason. Love to see that. And thanks for watching. I see a lot of comments in there. I got to get these other comments. There we go. I don't know. Something's weird going on with those. I don't know why I'm seeing them and not seeing them. Maybe I should just put them on the stage. Whatever. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. It's nice to see that. Most of you on X. I would like to see a few more on YouTube. Over in the comment section would be super cool. But I don't blame you. I've been out for most of the summer, so I'm just here having a little fun. I did send out an invite for some of the guys in one of my chats. I would love for them to come on and just kind of give their observations and whatnot, since we're just having an informal show here. All right, let's update the stats here. What do we got? I think we can get rid of this. Can remove the scoreboard now. And let's see if we can get this up here. Right? Well, that's way too small. That's not going to work. Here we go. So these are our stats for the game. And again, let's make sure it's updated here. Can you guys read that? All right. This is a very preseason-y stat line that you'd want to see, honestly, for your team in the preseason. I'm glad that Sean sent the starters back out. I think we were all screaming for that on Twitter after that sort of crappy start. It was nice to see. It's nice to see Sean send him back out there. And let's change this. Probably shouldn't be full screen here. Sorry, guys, technical stuff. I'm so good at this technical stuff. You wouldn't even believe it. All right. But anyways, like that. Let's see the showcase game. Audric Estime showcase, 8 carries, 45 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, and a touchdown. I think Sean would like to have seen like 95 yards and 2 touchdowns or a bunch of catches for Audric Estime in this game, but he didn't really get the chance to do that. And maybe they're not trying to move him. Maybe they're going to cut him or try and get him over on the practice squad. Again, we tend to value our players more than other teams do. So don't worry about people getting snatched off of when you make your cuts. That's not very often that happens. There's about 28 players that get claimed every season. So that's less than 1 player per team. And it's usually like one team will claim like 4 or 5 players, but running backs are very rare. Other positions, linemen and such, tend to get zapped up way quicker than. See, again, there's Jordan Turner missing tackles, taking bad pursuit. It's really hot and cold for me. Minute 30 left. They're running. The Saints are going to hurry up. So good practice for them. And we'll see what our conditioning is like on our third stringers there. So. All right. Snap. Nice pass. He's wide open. Oh, just too deep for him. He was open, though. Wide open. Saints receiver. Is that still Shuck at quarterback? Looks like it. So rushing. So limited. You really can't judge much of this. I mean, this isn't even enough to really call it a game. This 8 for 45 yards. But you hate to see this. Your second leading rusher being a quarterback. You're used to that with Bo from last year, but you really don't want to see that. All right, minute left in the game. Got some nice wheels on this. Oh, he's going down. Oh my gosh. That almost would have been a fumble. Who's who got the sack? Was that Jordan Jackson or who got that? Couldn't tell. It's either a sack or intentional grounding. Oh, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Well, there you go. That was nifty. Bidet, 4 carries. Watson, 4 carries. You get an update on Watson injury yet? Blake Watson, left leg issue announced as a knee injury. Don't want to see that. Thank you very much. So that could change everything, guys. All right, 1 minute left in the game. They're explaining this. Is it a grounding, or what did we get? Did they override? I thought it was intentional grounding, or he was down, sack. Oh yeah, he's already down, so that's a sack. That's great. Let's go. Well, the depth of this team is strong, guys. Not complaining about the. I'm just complaining about the slow starts. I don't like the slow starts. I don't like the fact that um, that we haven't come out and just played well with our starters right off the bat. But season's 2 weeks away. We've got two pretty winnable games to start the season. So if that's our slow start, and we can get the Titans and the Colts to open the season, then hopefully that buys us enough time to get everything rolling and get the season started off the right way with 2 wins. Oh, this guy's going to take a shot. Good, he goes down. Just wrapping up the game. Let's get back to the players here. I saw Caleb Lohner sighting today, right? Made his catch. Last week was a little rough for a Lohner. I still think that I know a lot of you are excited about him. A basketball player, really tall. He doesn't look like he's ready to play NFL football to me. I think they should just try and put him on the practice squad. That'd be, and keep Priestcorn or somebody more usable. If somebody claims Lohner, I'd be surprised. I mean, he's so raw. And don't forget, if you claim him, he has to go on your 53, and the guy doesn't belong on a 53 yet. He belongs on a practice squad, learning how to play football. So, deep pass, wide open. Did he catch that? Somebody touch him down. And another 39. Pickett. We've got 2 39s on the field. Preseason's always good for that. I saw a few duplicate numbers out there. No, that's not a catch. That hit the ground, right, guys? Courtney Jackson. Is that receiving? Only 1? That doesn't seem right. I think I need to update this. I thought this was up. It is updating. I thought Courtney Jackson had a few more catches than that. Let's check this receiving. There's that Carice White. Yeah, so it's White, not Rowan. 4 for 33. He's having a big game. The touchdown. Good for him. How did I go the whole preseason not knowing who this is? Maybe I should have, but I did not know who that was. Courtney Jackson, 1 catch for 20 yards. All right. Surprising. I thought he was a little more active in receiving. And here's A.T. Perry, our first A.T. Perry sighting. That's the game, 28-19. It's the final. And your Denver Broncos are undefeated in the preseason, and now it's on to the Titans in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Sunday, tomorrow, we will be shooting live rounds, as they like to say. So to recap here, let's recap this up for you real quick. Pretty nice game all around. Happy with the quarterback play. Not so much the offensive line. Any of the offensive lines. They did some stuff. I thought Wattenberger had a shitty game again. I know there'll be some talk about that this week, but Wattenberg did not look good. Ben Powers, if he was out there, I guess I didn't really notice him. I was just kind of concentrating or watching Wattenberg not do a great job. Run game, not great. Passing game looked great. We're pretty good once they got going all around. Overall, it's preseason, right? You can't read too much into it. Can't put them in the Hall of Fame yet. You can't, get rid of them either. You just kind of have to take it as a whole, as just part of the puzzle. And I'm not going to overreact here. It mic'd up. You know that, guys. Let's So here is the roster. We just signed this Michael Dwumfor. Is that how we're pronouncing that? He's like a big defensive tackle, 300-pound guy. I'm assuming Sean has, what does he call it, a vision or a plan or something for him, which is always interesting. So as of August 18th, here is our depth chart. Now, I've had Marvin Mims penciled in as wide receiver 2 probably since the last mic'd up show, when I predicted that Court would be re-signed, Estime would be running back 4 or 5 and get cut. Singleton would start at inside linebacker, and Marvin Mims would be wide receiver 2. Those are my 4 boldish predictions, and they're all coming true because I am a savant. No, I'm just an idiot. Honestly, I got lucky. But now there's a lot of talk about how wide receiver 2 isn't really wide receiver 2. It's just, Cortland Sutton and then a bunch of dudes that'll line up everywhere. But I think Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin right here. There's my guy Davis, and he's, see why is this Carice Rowan when he's called something else? That's why I was confused. Like his name is Rowan, right? That is strange, because on the stats, Carice White. So what the hell, man? That is the craziest thing. See, I thought I was crazy when I thought his name was Carice Rowan, and now I see it's Carice or Carice White on the stats sheet, and Carice Rowan. All right, whatever. Number 39, one of our 39s. If there are 2 39 Carices on this team, I'm gonna be shocked. So Garrett Bowles, definitely here. These guys are making it. Here's interesting, like Throckmorton. He's very bubbly, but I'd like to see him make the team. Here's a problem. This guy's not going to be on the team. This guy's not going to be on the team. Pouch will be on the team. These guys can play inside. They can move inside and play guard, so they're going to make the team. This is another interesting one here. This room is very crowded, super crowded. So Nate's not going on. Nate Atkins is not going on an IR. Apparently, Sean doesn't want to be without him. I think that's really interesting. We've got Evan Ingram, Adam Troutman are locks. Then what are we doing here? I'd like to see this Priestcorn guy make it, so he can do the fullback stuff too. I think they can slip Loner onto the practice squad. As exciting as he is, I think he's a year away. And then, but I think Sean might just go with Kroll and these guys. So we'll see what happens. I think he, for some reason, to trust him, even though Kroll hasn't shown out. Maybe he sees something I don't. Vele is still on here. A little heartbreaking. Not as bad as it was last year when we lost 81. But Court, Sherfield is on the team. Pat Bryant's on the team. This gets a little interesting here with him and Davis. So Davis, Joaquin Davis. I like that guy. That's one of my pet projects there. We'll see what happens there. Running back 1, 2, 3. And we'll see what happens with McLaughlin and Watson. So Prentice is the new signing, and he was playing, which I thought was interesting. I hope this is still going through, because it looks like Got some weird stuff's just acting up today. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, but whatever. Just go like nobody's watching, right? Like I had all those comments, and maybe all the people watching are just not commenting. Maybe I just need to shut up until somebody comments. So Burton, didn't they do last year? Didn't they put Michael Burton on the practice squad and then bring him back on, like for game, activate him and play that game? We could do that again. And also, I think like he's like one of the oldest players on the team. I didn't know that. Like he's really getting old, but he has a place. I know why. So it's interesting. Like fullback, Nate Atkins is listed as a tight end, and maybe that's always the case. But I always think of Nate Atkins as a fullback. Maybe it's because he's number 45. Now, here's your two quarterbacks. I think they're going to carry three for the emergency quarterback thing. There's some stuff with Sam Ellinger with like if they cut him, he's got a guaranteed contract, so they're going to have to pay him. Even if they bring him back onto the practice squad, once he gets cut, he has to be paid his guaranteed contract, and then he'll have to be paid to be on the practice squad. So I don't know what kind of deals are being made there. I think they would have to keep him on the 53 initially and then move him down later or something. I'm not sure how that works, but I am going to predict that they do keep a third quarterback. Although I don't really think they should. Really like the way Jared Stidham looked this year, though. Very encouraging. Both quarterbacks, actually. I think the first string offense just hasn't played well in spots. But I didn't see anything, even in that first game when everybody was kind of panicking about Bo Nix. I didn't see anything there that was like that bad from him. I thought the safety was kind of, the low part. But honestly, Bo looked fine to me. That was just a little off. His receivers weren't helping him. I thought he played well all preseason. So I expect big things. Defense, Bubble definitely making it. Don't know about Wazarike. That's going to be interesting, right? Jonah Ellis is definitely making it. Could be a starter. In fact, if one of our, and he's definitely going to be a rotation player, so just a few less plays per game than perhaps Benito and Cooper. You're going to see a lot of Jonah Ellis. And not just watching him, when you watch him play and you see and maybe he's not the right size, but he sure looks like somebody that could play in place of a Singleton. Like he would make a great inside linebacker to me. I'm probably crazy just saying that, but that's what I think. But it's great to have him on the team. Be interesting to see what they do with the Benito contract. Singleton, Sternad, Dre Greenlaw. Interesting here. Keep Bailey, right? They're going to keep him? I think so. Sertan, I think Mathis is gone. Riley Moss. KAD looks great, has looked great all season. Preseason looked good in spots when he played last year. So Jaquan will make the team, and then Jade, of course, will make the team. So I think we're this is kind of a shame here. Let's not talk about that. Yeah, Jade Barron. Did not see a lot of him. Is it disappointing? I've heard this. I think I heard Let's Talk Broncos guys talking about this, and a couple other people. Like the Jade Barron. It's not that he's disappointed. It's just that he was a first round pick, and they were, so high. He's like the best player available, and he's just hasn't gotten anything going. But Jaquan McMillan's no slouch. I mean, he's a good nickelback in this league, and Jade is going to have to come in on dime packages, and if somebody's hurt, which is always a possibility, he's going to have to show out. He's got some, maybe he's just got some learning to do. And I don't think Vance Joseph's defense are a quick pickup. So if you're already stressing about that, probably don't. Just it would be nice to see him just jump off the screen and start making plays and be something, but haven't seen that yet. Hufanga did not splash, but he looked pretty solid. It's nice to see PJ Locke out there. I still can't believe that PJ's playing after the back surgery, the fusion surgery. That's really cool to see. Keydron Smith had a rough game today. Special teams player though, right? So maybe he'll be all right. Didn't really have any notes on Devon Key, but this is a great safety lineup. They stay healthy. Look at this. Patrick Surtain, Riley Moss, Jaquan McMillan, Hufanga, and Jones. Who can't be excited about that? You should be excited about that. It's going to be a tough team to pass against, hopefully. And with the pass rush, this could be the year where we start getting a lot of interceptions, not just sacks. So it's okay to be excited about this Denver Broncos defense. Really, really exciting stuff from them. And Big Nuts Lutz, Crawshaw. Anybody pay attention to the? Did we pay attention to the punts today? I didn't really pay attention to those punts today, so I'm sure that Mace did, as he is wont to do. Guys, this was a good preseason for the Denver Broncos. Go back through notes. I keep notes through all of these. You see names come up again over and over, and that makes me happy. Jonah Ellis shows up a lot on my like player up or my stock up or my good, on the good side of my notes. And that's good news, guys. Cost controlled. He is trending to be a really, really good player for this team. So be excited about Jonah Ellis. RJ Harvey looks good to me. Like, pretty excited about that player. Like, if I'm like the players I'm pretty excited about. I don't think RJ had any holes today that he missed. I didn't see any holes for him. Again, I'll wait for the all 22 on that. If you guys saw something different, by all means, let me know. But I was not concerned about RJ. I think he looks I think he looks the part. Evan Ingram certainly looks the part. He had that drop today in the game. I know he'd like to have that one back. It's early. I think that was one of those where he's a little rusty, and he was looking to, the last pass he caught went for 52 yards or 58 yards, whatever it was, and it was 58 yards. But this one, I think he got caught looking like he was ready to take off, and yeah, he wants that one back. Pat Bryant had a good preseason, guys. Another guy that looks the part. I think Vele's ahead of him, and I think we'd be kidding ourselves if we said otherwise. But Pat Bryant is like 22 years old, and Vele is going to be 28 as a wide receiver. So when he comes up for his contract, you're going to be looking at a 30-year-old wide receiver. Have to make a decision on that. So I think the Broncos did the right thing, getting a 4th-round pick. Good on you, George Payton. Again, really trying to make up for those early snafus, let's just say, that you had. That's good to see. So overall, just a preseason. Tillman continued his solid play. Excited about him. He would be one I'm excited about. So for everyone I'm excited about, who I'm worried about, little worried about Jeremy Crawshaw. Let's hope the punt game, Rizzy's not going to let the punt game go. I think we've got ourselves a really good, special teams coach, but we're going to have to keep our eye on Crawshaw. As cool as that mustache is, He needs to start punting the ball a little better. Small sample size preseason, and he's young, so definitely not going to crap the bed yet. And long snapper, I love to talk about long snappers. Never have before. Mitchell Fraboni, didn't see any bad snaps. So if we don't know who he is, then that's all good. I think we're ready for the season. Marvin Mims still listed as kick returner, but Bidet has some potential there, especially if. So let's say Marvin Mims is, unless something happens here, but let's say Marvin Mims is your punt returner. So we don't want trouble there, right? We want a punt return where we can count on. You guys remember a few years ago when we couldn't even field a punt? They were just like, every one you held your breath that we were going to drop it. Like Marvin Mims is a all pro like returner, literally 2 years in a row. So he's one of the best. But if he's wide receiver too, and you're talking about, you got Troy Franklin, which is great. Love. We'll talk about him. But if you got Marvin Mims and Sutton and Ingram on the field, and let's say you throw Franklin, well, I don't want to talk out of my butt, but let's say you put Troy in the slot. Now your starting lineup, how often do you want those guys returning kicks and stuff? So if you've got JK and RJ running the ball and you can use Bidet as your kick returner, that might be a smarter move. You don't want a starting receiver out there too much. Not that I don't recall like Mims being very injury prone, not taking a lot of big shots, but why risk it? Let's keep maybe we keep him healthy. And then the defense, did want to mention, I didn't see anything from Jones here. Savion Jones, I know we did earlier. I had some notes on him, but it would be, I guess it would be interesting to see. Gosh, it's so cut down day is Tuesday, guys. This is coming like a freight train. Some more winners and losers. Jaleel had some wins earlier. Some false starts on the offense. The pre-snap penalties, it looked like they cleaned some of that up for this game. I don't remember any on the first string offense, but there was some holds that set them back. But all in all, I thought their operation was a little sloppy early. And then a little, I think Jay Weaver brought this up earlier on my halftime show. He came in and he was saying that just identifying the fact that the Broncos passing game doesn't seem to ever be on time. Like even the Saints were getting first downs with like a little 10-yard out and the ball's already in the air before the guy makes his cut and then the ball's there. Like that's just a very rare thing so far with the Broncos this year. I think you'll see that on like with Sutton and Bo on like the dig routes and stuff like that. I've seen more of that. And maybe like the back shoulder stuff, you could put into that a little bit of that timing thing, but it always kind of seems like it's backyard football a little bit. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like there's just not a lot of timing in the passing game. And I would like to see more of that. I think that would be something we'd hope to see when the season starts. So let's see if we can, see some improvement. Like again, they've got 2 weeks to kind of hone some of that stuff, and hopefully we get, we get to see all this stuff come together. The good thing about Bo Nix, or one of the good things about Bo Nix, is he is good in both of those situations. In other words, like the timing stuff, when that's working, he can get the ball out on time and do that. But when it breaks down, he's also like really good at the Jake Plummery run around and make something happen stuff too. And it doesn't get as crazy like it did late with Russ. If you guys remember Russell Wilson, when he was with the Broncos, and then again with the Steelers, uh, he kind of would get that kind of jittery run around the pocket thing, and he's just doesn't have the moves that he used to have to get out of it and then throw the passes. Bo has that. He's shown over and over again that he's a hard guy to sack in the pocket, and it's pretty exciting to watch him. He did it again today, just turning something, nothing into something, with a big play to Sutton, I believe, and then so a couple big plays to Sutton today, and then plus the touchdown play, which was a classic Sutton, uh, not quite a 50-50 ball, but a contested pass where he had to go up and fight for it. It's crazy how Cortland Sutton tends to catch the hard ones and drop the easy ones. And I don't know if that's a concentration thing, but it sure kind of seems like it to me. Um, so, all right. We got 86 of you guys watching, which is interesting. I do like having you guys. Yeah. Put myself up on the screen. I'm the only one watching myself. That is so weird. Um, all right, whatever. Uh, guys, I think I just have a pretty positive attitude. I'm not going to be too crazy about it, but I do feel pretty good about this team. I know that I know I can get a little I don't know if like not negative on Twitter. I like to vent on Twitter a little bit. So um, when I do that, uh, it's like therapy. I'm just trying to get through um, like my emotions. I'm so emotionally invested in the Broncos that I tend to I get a little emotional on Twitter, but not on this show. I try to keep it real with you guys on this show, and let's see if we can get an update on Watson. Um, Sean Payton thought that Sam Ellinger was fantastic today. I quote. Um, oh my gosh. People are calling for Webb to call plays instead of Sean Payton. Let's be honest, guys. It's preseason. Let's not get carried away. Um, yeah, I don't see an update here. Some people are predicting that Estime is going to make the team. Not so sure about that. Just kind of zooming through Twitter here. Is that distracting? Sorry, guys. You don't need that. Jaleel McLaughlin didn't make the trip to New Orleans with the team because his partner is still in labor. His partner. So I thought they had the baby. That's exciting. I thought that they had their baby last week, but maybe that was somebody else. Jaleel McLaughlin, congratulations. She was in labor today. What else do we got here? I'm not seeing a lot. Sean's not going to make comments on the roster yet, which is fine. Zan says Mathis to Philly feels inevitable. You know what? That might be a good fit for him. Others are saying maybe he'll go to Atlanta. I'd like to see I'd like to see Mathis land someplace. Wouldn't you? I mean, he's been a Bronco. He's had some high level plays for us, but it just hasn't worked out for him, and he hasn't looked that good. Um, I would say Mathis is definitely gone. All right, we're not getting any updates on that. Not much to say about the post game. It is preseason. Sean's not going to give up much in the way of, uh, you know, information. But I was kind of hoping we'd get an update on the Watson injury. It looks like everybody in the world is live right now. We've got Denver Sports 104.3 is live with their post game. Mile High Huddle is live with their post game. And of course, me. Mile High Sports, The Final Word. A nice title. I don't have a cool title. Should I have a cool title? Broncos Night Live is a cool title. Marky is live. Gosh, there's more. Let's see who else is. Jay Weaver is also live, and Orange and Blue Network. These are probably some of the same people. So if you guys follow these guys, support them all. You know I do. We'll be doing. Be putting out a top 20 here. Preseason top 20, like I did last year. The podcast. We'll see how everybody's doing. It's kind of weird now that I have one. I had one last year, and I managed to keep myself out of it and my show out of it. The only one that I was in was the one where I sent out the ballots to everyone in the business, from Ryan Edwards all the way, down to the smaller podcasters, and had them vote for their favorite shows or the best shows. And I actually showed up on that list, which was, I didn't even consider it. It was shocking to me. So I was very thankful for that. But then again, I have them on my show, and it's a contest, and they're just sucking up for points. So I get that too. But good for them. I do like to see, so right now, yeah, I'm pretty impressed. So if you look at Twitter, Orange and Blue today, of course, has 400 people watching, and then Mile High has 100, but we got 84 here, 87 according to the screen. So I feel like I should be offering better content to you that you guys are watching. Like, shouldn't I be providing some really cool stats or something? That's the problem, though. Everybody does that. Why do the same? I'm going to say, yeah, let's do overall, and then we'll get you guys out of here. Overall thoughts, 1,000 foot on the season. We'll certainly do a season preview. Let me see who I can get on, and we'll do a season preview. I'd like to get the guys from all the other shows on. Maybe I'll just do like a open mic night where I'll send out invites to all the guys on different shows. Maybe we'll do that later tonight. We'll get home, nobody's around. I'll see who I can get on, and we'll kind of talk about the season. We'll do an actual late night. We'll pour a little whiskey and see who we can get on. We'll have a little fun tonight. I'd like to see you guys get in the chat, and we'll have some fun. We'll do our predictions. We'll get those on record, so to speak, so that we can all, like, if we do good, we can all come back to it and say how smart we were. And if we suck it up, we'll just pretend that it didn't happen, and we can do all that stuff. So, let's see. I think I'll do. I think I should add my outro theme. I did want to show you guys this starting next week. Yeah, and that starts next week. Colin Cronin and I, we're going to do a show called The Spin Zone. And that is going to be so Colin Cronin, for those of you who don't know, Colin from Cork, he's from Dublin, Ireland, and he has a wonderful podcast, by the way, the Dublin to Denver podcast. Love that show. He and Stuart Roach um, do a fantastic job. Way smarter than me, which is easy to do. But if you haven't listened to them, they put out a podcast every week, and it's unlike any other. So it is worth your time. It's an audio podcast, so you'd have to go to wherever you get your podcast. It's not on YouTube. But the Spin Zone will be on YouTube. It will be on the Spin Zone at the NFL Spin Zone on YouTube. That is going to be the new home for that show that starts next week, and we'll be diving into like Deflategate and why Cleveland left and what happened to the Colts in the middle of the night and how the press pushes narratives all the way from Ian Rappaport through Schefter, like how the agents use them and how they report things certain ways. You're going to love it. But it is different. I'm not going to kid you. This is, we're not going to be talking a whole lot of X's and O's. It's going to be more behind the scenes stuff. And there's no one in the business better at that than Colin. And we're going to have some great guests on. I know that Zach Seegers is going to come on, and he's going to, he did a 10-page deep dive on the Cleveland Browns, which I'm going to find fascinating, and we're going to make fun of them, and we're going to have a good time. But anyways, that's not for tonight. That's for next week. I just wanted to let you guys know what else was coming up. And then, of course, I kind of enjoyed this sort of freestyle shooting the shit with you guys. I didn't think I would, but I do. I would love to get more comments in here, like we did on the first for the first half. And so maybe that's because everybody's moved on and they're not really paying attention, which is fine. But I do love the audience participation, because I don't think my opinions are right all the time, and I love to hear everybody else's. So, but good times all around. We'll see what's going on tonight. Maybe I'll come back and bring somebody with me or a couple people with me. So if you are catching this, guys, if you're on your show, I'll leave you alone for now, the rest of you, but I'll hit some of you guys up. And if you're going to be around tonight for Broncos Night Live and you want to come on and give, your takes on the season, if you have, a decent setup at all, even if it's a Mac with a camera and whatever, I'll send you a link if you DM me, and we'll get you on the show. It's all for fun and no pressure. So don't feel like the need to perform. But this has been going on for an hour, and I want to thank all of you guys for watching. I enjoy the shit out of it. And we'll probably see you tonight. We'll see what happens. If not, I'll be surprised, but I'll see. Stay tuned.